Dile que tú eres mía, mía, tú sabes que eres mía, mía.
Good evening. You know who it is. How you doing? How's the school going? Hopefully it's doing good, doing well this year. I heard that the end of last year was crazy. Shout out to y'all. Speaking of last year, I went to visit the school, and the teacher from Mr. Zivu, she told me something that stuck to my head. She was like, because I was leaving, she was like, the next time I see you, you better have a job. But second, if you are watching this part, you know who you are. You got some bad news. So, went into Dunkin' Donut, filled out an application, then did an interview, then waited, went in today, and guess what the manager said? Yes, you guessed it right. He said, no, you're not hired. I said, okay, thank you, and I just dipped. Literally. Now you can ask why. Well, he said, because the application did this, at this, whatever case we do. He said wasn't fit. Wasn't right for the job. I said, okay, thank you. Now the point is that, like I mentioned before, no job was hiring in Queens. But you, 1, 2, 3, 3 more, which is 6, 3 more, which is 9. Take away 2, that's 7. Take away 2, that's 5. Say about 5 people in the school did not believe me. I think it was Miss P. You know who you are. I think it was I think Mr. D. Who was the other two? I don't remember, but anyway. And I'm not mad at you. I don't hate you, but you just didn't believe me. Now, I do remember the day I went into Mr. D's room. I was doing something. People was talking about it. She was really loud. She was in the hallway, past the hallway, coming out of Y41's room. Mind you, Mr. D's room was all open, like always. He was by the door. I was by the sink. He was no, he facing the where the bus line would be at, and he looked at me, and I looked at him, and he gave me the look of disappointment. I said, "Not you." Now, me being, if I was you guys and you guys with me, then I'll be the same way. Like, yo, you're not doing what you gotta do. And then, but I would at least be like, okay, like, let me just at least understand. Let me just practice my way into a store. Because even Mr. William, shout out to Mr. William. Me and him for like an hour and 10 minutes applying for goddamn Party City. In the computer in Mr. D's room. Man, you probably gotta be like, oh, free time, whatever case. Not even free time, probably long time, I don't remember. But we were doing it. And then you get the job. So that don't tell you that it wasn't working. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I really don't. If that right there does not tell you it wasn't gonna work, I don't know what else. Now, yeah, Julia got out the next year. I don't know how it happened, but I'm pretty sure, something went through the school. Nothing. And shout out to Julia, she's doing her thing. But it ain't easy out here, especially, it's not gonna work. Now, I would take accountability for saying what I said, like, you like this, and the thing about that. But at the same time, no. Get me messed up. You know, I could only apologize for not, finding that out, but other than that, nothing else. Cause I mean, even at the time, I was like, I'm not gonna do work, cause mind you, right after high school, waking up early, who does that? But of course, everybody does it. Of course, I just wanted to do YouTube or whatever. But that's all. And crazy part is that let's say I'm the teacher, you the student, right? And you come to me and be like, yo, I got a song coming out. And I hear it, and it's not too good. I hear the next one, it's not too good. I hear the next one, it's not too good. No, of course, and I'm gonna start listening to it. But at least once in a while, I'll be like, okay, let me just see what's up. And I'm saying, you gotta do the same. I remember one time, went into Mr. D's room, and he said he saw one of my videos with the class, which is dope. And after that, and I guess, he just stopped. But when it comes to a job, a job is a job. And even with a vlogging channel, like, I can still record. As in, I'm pretty sure you guys have not really seen the previous video about the Duncan. But that's fine, because y'all busy. Y'all got things to do. Y'all got family, got a job. You got to pay bills. You got to do what you got to do, which is cool. But, I don't, I'm not out here just being lazy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, I'm not that type of dude. I'm surprised y'all even think I'm being lazy. I'm not Jason. I'm just, Jason, of all people, Jason is the most laziest dude I ever met. Get to sleep in a room, cause K1 as well, cause sleep, whatever case, do his job of construction. Me out of all people, always hype, no doubt. That just lets you know how things work. Even Julie, like I said, she's not a bad person. She really not. She cursed though, she got a bad attitude, but she really not a bad person. She got a job. I don't know what job she got, but I could just imagine she having a bad day. She probably got cramp in her stomach, whatever. And let's say she got to work with a customer, and that customer got attitude. Julia's always hype. Put two and two together. Oh, y'all seen video where fast food restaurant fight the customer? But yeah, that's just how it's gonna be. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but they happen. I'm just saying. Same Jason, you know how Jason go. K1 really not like that. He calm, but Jason, man, better not have a weapon next to you, cause you would definitely take that. But the point is that, like I say, like, of course I had the chance. I just, thing was going on, right? So I just couldn't take it. But even after that, like, my thing is like Cavillo, Party City, CBS, Stop and Shop, or the stores that we have volunteered to help out. Not one of them, not two of them, not three of them, not four of them, not five of them. None of them came from graduation. Shout out to Mr. Monkey. He told me something that he probably should have never told me. He told me one day how when GTEA was having their graduation, the construction staff that were obviously, or who would be connected to the school, came to the graduation and gave him a job. I'm pretty sure he gave it all to the student. Probably half of them took the job, probably half of them didn't. Out of those half that took it, probably half of them if working, half of them not. Out of the half that's working, and half of them probably getting paid more than others. Now, compared to 233, who came by? Now, yeah, you know, kids' disability, whatever case. But if we did good, we did good. Now, if we worry about transportation, about safety, all the other stuff, makes sense. I get it. But goddamn, that's like false hope. Definitely false hope. It's like, for example, who was the student that had lied to go to job site? I say me, right? Let's say I could go to, you know, cover like in Manhattan. Kept going in back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And in my head, I'm like, okay, for graduation, they about to come by and give me a job. And they don't. You know how bad that is? Imagine a future student goes through the same thing. If they had the mindset like me, oh yeah, they'd be pissed. They'd be so mad. They'd be like, how the fuck? And go from there. On God. Now, I'm not saying like, you gotta just not make it easy for the kid, but goddamn. I think, but anyway, you know, if you didn't believe me before, my bad. If you don't believe me now, my bad. All I can say is that things happen. You know, shout out to one who really did understand, cause hey, they know how it is. It's like, okay, I give an example. Mr. D won in his first year, what, 2017? What, 2016, 2017, right? Before that, he had to come in and speak to Miss Sanchez, and what's that principal's name? I forgot her name. All in the small office, right? Or the big office, the metro. Now, Mr. D, think of this. Just imagine you going for the interview, you know, you're all dressed up, you know, you got the whatever key, your paper, whatever key, and you do what you gotta do. You wait, and they call back and say you didn't get the job. Now, you okay, you know, you're feeling bad. But how would you feel if your mom said, oh, you just lazy? Your sister said, oh, you lazy. Your dad said, you lazy. Your friend said, you're lazy. Your girlfriend at the time said, you're lazy. How's that gonna make you feel? When you know you put in the work. Now, I didn't say you said I'm lazy. You just gave me the look of disappointment. You know what I'm saying? You know, the people that were saying I'm lazy was that lady from Mrs. D from Miss P. Who else? I think Miss Tepperman as well. You know, for you guys, like, same thing. Like Miss Tepperman, imagine, I don't know what year you got into the school, but same thing. Now, mind you got kids, right? Imagine, you know, your kids are small, right? And you know, trying to get hired into school. So you do the interview, and you wait, and they call you back, and they say you're not hired. Now, how are you gonna look at yourself then? You might say, okay, I'm fine, but in your head you're gonna be like, damn, how am I gonna feed these kids? My kids. How are your other friends from out of the job gonna look at you? And they call you lazy, then what you gonna do? Huh? I mean, for me, nobody from my friends or whatever, or from home would say I'm lazy. But the people that was the teacher would say I'm lazy. Like, how did that help? Or better yet, Mr. D. Tepperman, like, just imagine people from your college saying you're lazy. I mean, they got a job and you don't. Or you're a professor. Y'all probably got professors that was like, damn, get a job. And you got it. Now, if you didn't get it, and they call you lazy, how you gonna take that? How? Nah, I understood your point. Like you just took it as he's being lazy, but lazy me, lazy me. Now, if you said I was being lazy because I said I didn't want to work after school, then you crazy yourself. You know, and I say you crazy yourself because, like, who is, especially somebody come out of high school, right after high school, gotta work. Yeah, that's normal. Everybody gotta do that. But who want to do that? Anyway, I'm gonna just stop talking bad about y'all. You know what I'm saying? I just want to come in here and say I apologize for not working. And I do want to say that life happened. It's like a relationship. Listen, do you remember that? Yeah, I don't know if you probably remember this, but um, first year I was in your class. I don't know if she was your girlfriend or your fan or whatever, but you was texting somebody. Eh? Trust me, I did not read the message, but you was texting on your desk and you put your phone down. But just with the look on your face, I knew you was arguing with somebody. I just knew it. Now, it had to be your girlfriend at the time. You probably was, you was probably like, baby, don't leave me. I don't know. And then after that, work. All right. Say that to say that. Hey, it takes time. Or you probably broke with her, got married to your wife. I don't know your business, but it takes time. You know, I'm not in pain. I don't hit none of y'all for saying what y'all said, but it's a frustration. Like, but now I'm like, okay, like, you know, people really think I'm just lazy. And who does that? Like, for example, Mr. William, Mr. William worked on the top and the bottom. 233 and TTEA. You know, if he didn't get the job for TTEA, you know, at least he worked with 233. But he wanted to do both. Imagine he didn't get the second one. How's Miss Hope gonna look at how's Miss Hope gonna look at him like, hey, you lazy, bro? And I know it didn't work. I think. Or if he didn't get the part from 233, but he got TTEA. Nothing. How is his friend from 233 gonna look at him like, yo, you don't wanna hang with us, bro? And I know it just didn't work. But anyway, I'm really not sure what we are thinking at the time, but I'm pretty sure, you know, y'all just wanted the best for me, of course. But the way it was handled, it was crazy. Even Miss Sutton, she was just shocked, like, goddamn. I heard, it's funny because I remember Miss Sutton was talking to Timmy, and somebody said she was, I think it was K1 said that she was a teacher. I was like, ain't no way Miss Sutton was a teacher. Then I said something. Imagine you had did an interview to work in the office, like be like a secretary, something like that, right? And you didn't get the part, you still gotta be a teacher. Howard, Miss Tubman, Miss Connolly, Miss Ford, Mr. D, Mr. C, what are the teachers gonna look at you? Damn, you crazy. You just lazy. And I know it didn't work. I think got work way up there, you know what I'm saying? Even Miss Dana was like, if I'm working, I was like, nah, I'm not. She's like, okay, like she didn't want no parts of this. Nah. Even though no, there was a lady when I went in the last time saying black hair. No, she worked her way up to that. So things happen. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, 5, peace out, gang.
Dile que tú eres mía.